This game is old enough to vote. So this is Morrowind, Elder Scrolls 3. This is one I played a ton of growing up. If you've experienced the newer Elder Scrolls titles, this one differs in a lot of ways. This one is a lot less hand-holdy than the others. Like, for example, where we left off last time, we are currently, we've been sent to Vivek to speak with Aldahir, a Thieves Guild operative in St. Olms, Hully, an Argonian in the Foreign Quarter at the Black Shack Corner Club, and then Milo, a temple priestess in the Hall of Wisdom in the temple compound. So there's no quest marker, so we just have to find our way around these. So we're at the entrance here, so we have to get to Foreign Quarter to start. What level are we now? We are level 6, so almost at a point where we're not dying. For those of you that haven't experienced, you might not realize it, chat, but this waddle run here, this is what peak performance looks like. I know you're jealous of the realism that's being displayed on your screen currently. It is Chitin Armor. We are a spell sword specializing in destruction and restoration. We're using long blades and light armor. So Vivek is a city on the water with these big, tall buildings with multiple layers on it. The Foreign Quarter is where they keep the foreigners, so that's where the Argonian is in the Black Shack Corner Club, so you gotta head over to there to start. There should be a ramp heading up here momentarily. You can tell based on the size of the screen elements that this game was not designed to be used on a resolution this high. Alright, so we're inside. We are looking for the Black Shack Corner Club. So we can put our map on local. Black Shack Corner Club, over that way. Holia. I welcome you as friend of my friend Jeff, but I wish to go to my friend's bookstore and these troublesome fools are in my way. I've tried to persuade them, but they hate my race, and I fear there will be violence. My friend Jabasha, the Khajiit, owns the rare books. If you agree to travel together with me there, I will answer your questions, but before we go, you need to persuade these troublesome fools. The sight of a free Argonian offends these racist thugs. I would tarnish my Morang Tong honor to slay them, and I don't want trouble for my friend by fighting in his club, but I must go to my friend's bookstore. Who are you talking to? No, I'm talking to the filthy lizard, so push off. What are you, some kind of filthy lizard lover? You want to give your friend a big kiss? I hear you. Can we work this out? All right, so we intimidated them. Let's see if this changes things. Blah, blah, blah. He can stay here forever for all I care, not my problem. A little bit of intimidation goes a long way, chat. Much like real life, like the bookstore's over here. Much like real life, there's a lot of racism in Morrowind. Yet the Dark Elves do not like other people in their homeland. Thank you very much. We should be free from distraction here. Now I said I'd tell you what I know about the Nervine cult, so you can report back. I don't know any about the Six Halls, but much about the Six Halls, but I can tell you what I do know. The Nervine cult. To understand the cult, you must understand the history of the Ashlanders. Nervar means something very different to the Ashlanders from what he means to the Dunmer of the Great Houses. You should know about the persecution of the Neverine and the legacy of the false incarnate, for the cult is at the heart of the conflict between the nomadic Ashlanders and the Great House Dunmer. Watching you play this game the way it's meant to be played would have blown my mind as a kid. I just attacked everyone. Reading was a chore. Yep. I think the first time I played through this when I was younger, I was probably like 12 or 13. That's mostly what we did. We just stabbed people. But there's so much actual story and content in this game. Let's ask some questions, huh? It's amazing how much actual like details like this you can put in when you're not like having to pay voice actors to say every word. The temple treats the Nevermind prophecies as heresy, and the temple imprisons and executes heretics unless prevented by imperial law. But the cult is hostile to the Empire, and the Empire does not fear when the temple persecutes the cult. Ashlanders hate the temple, particularly the Ordinators, for the ruthless treatment of the cult. In the first era, the nomadic Ashlanders and the settled Dunmer clans were much alike. But after the First Council and the formation of the Great Houses, the Ashlanders have been steadily forced into the poorest and most hostile lands. Now the nomadic tribes look for the prophesied return of the Nevar. Oh, so they're like, they've colonized and they've forced the Ashlanders into like slums, basically, and places where there's lots of sandstorms. Almost makes you feel bad for them, right? Like, they're just like trying to get by, and these colonizers are pushing them out of where they've lived. The modern times of Morrowind were ruled by 5 great houses: Honolulu, Redoran. Redoran is the one that we've joined. Telvanni, Indoril, and House Drez. You can't join these last 2, I don't believe. The Great Houses culture is partly defined in its roots in ancient Dunmer tribal clans, and is partly by the latter imperial influences from other cultures. The Great House culture is only one of the native Dunmer cultures in Morrowind. The other native culture, Ashlander, is nomadic barbarian and is untouched by imperial influences. Can we fight for them in this game and help them out? I don't actually know the answer to that. I actually never really played super deep into the main storyline when I was growing up, and I plan to play through that here in this playthrough. Hasn't heard the Six House cult, but he knew a lot about the Nervine cult. He gave me notes to take to Cassius. I gather that the temple's conflict with the cult is tied up in ancient grievances between the Ashlanders and the Great Houses. Alright, so where do we need to go next? We need to find a Thieves Guild operative in St. Olms, and Marilla Milo in the Hall of Wisdom in the Temple Compound. So we're looking for St. Olms and the Temple Compound. So those are different parts of Foreign Quarter. Hey, Cyanide, thanks for the 25 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So if we go back to our world map, there's a whole bunch of... So this was Vivek Redoran, Vivek Honolulu. Redoran might be able to get quests from here because we're in that house. If we're looking for something outside of the main quest, be something to come back to later. A lot of side quests going on. Are you in the capital right now? So this is, I believe, the biggest city on the continent of Morrowind. However, there is a capital city on the mainland. That's also a thing. So I don't think that's it. I think that's like an extra little house. Mournhold is the capital. At some point, you get attacked by an assassin, which starts you on a storyline towards exploring the mainland in the capital city, with the capital city. I believe that the capital city is the only part of the mainland you get to explore. I don't think the rest of it's fleshed out. Yeah, they have a lot of downtime. I'm using a small number of mods. If you pull up one of my YouTube video archives, I've got them all listed in there. The biggest one is a rebirth mod that expands the cities a little bit. I thought there were more than 4 things here. Am I not seeing them? Here's a dude with a boat. Alright, so you should be able to take me to whichever one I want, right? Temple. That's a good idea. Alright, yeah, so there are a bunch. My memory is correct. Yeah, I started putting the mods in the YouTube video descriptions, putting a command in Twitch chat, something good to do. This game doesn't like to play nicely when I alt tab out of it though, so I'll add a command for it after I'm done playing today. So we are looking for Merla Milo, a temple, Mehra Milo, a temple priestess. Isn't she the librarian at the Library of Vivek? That's here in the Temple Canton in the Hall of Wisdom section in the lower levels on the east side of the canton. It's a bit of a maze, just keep looking. Hall of Justice. Alright, so we're looking for the library. Library of Vivek. Mera Milo. I'm Mera Milo. Cassius sent you. Follow me to the back of the library. We can talk there. Go ahead. I'm afraid I don't know anything about the Six Halls, but I can tell you about the Nervine cult. Iraq Hippity. The temple worships the Nervine as a saint and hero, but the prophecies of his reincarnation are punished as wicked heresy. The cult claims the tribunal are false gods, hence the temple's persecution of the cult. A group called the Dissident Priests disputes the temple doctrine on the prophecies. The prophesized book, The Progress of Truth, describes their beliefs. Get a copy of Progress of Truth for Cassius. That will tell him the things he needs to know. The dissident priests dispute the doctrine and are outlawed and persecuted by the temple. Ordinators arrest and imprison heretics, and the empire cannot interfere. Why does the temple persecute the priests? Because attacks on the temple weaken the faith and leave people defenseless against the influence of Dagoth-Ur. The faith is what strengthens the will of the believer in against Dagoth-Ur's lies. Dagoth-Ur is the evil, immortal enemy of the cult. The temple holds Ur and his hosts accountable for the evils beset to the Dunmers of Morrowind. Thanks, Weens. Progress of Truth. Any idea where we can get that one? This book lists the disputes of the priests with the tribunal temple. The temple has outlawed the sale or possession of the book, so it will be hard to find. We have a copy here, but I fear it's being watched by ordinators. A safer plan would be to search local booksellers. Some of them ignore temple's bans on outlaw books. I do not care for temple politics, but I've read the Progress of Truth and it troubles me. I have friends and former prisoners who have gone into hiding, so I am bound to come to the attention of the ordinators. I am careful, but I'm afraid. I'm no secret agent like you or Cassius. Sooner or later, I too must go into hiding if it's not too late. When you return to Cassius, tell him I am worried. If something goes wrong, I will leave a message under the agreed code word Amaya. So is this the Progress of Truth over here? She said it was under watch, so I imagine there's like a guard standing next to the book, just like this knowledge is forbidden. You cannot have it. We're watching you, scum. Love you too. If you've never experienced these games, by the way, it's just like random book 8, just like 6 full pages of text and stories in here. Just the incredible amount of world building that went into this IP. Yeah, I think the rare bookseller has it. So we kind of did these in a backwards order. That's fine though. We'll stop back there on our way out. So who's the last one? We need the Khajiit Thieves Guild operatives in St. Olms. Did we just see the book? Was it over here? I can't steal it out of here anyways, so we'll just bail. My character's not a thief. Alright, this is St. Olms. Let's look for a Khajiit, huh? What's their name? With Adahira near. Alright, Adahira near. Let's try and talk to someone and see if they give us some directions. That name does sound familiar. For some reason, I just can't seem to remember. Damn it. Isabas, thank you for the tier 2. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I'm looking for a friend of mine, a female Khajiit. Do you know where I could find her? No? Oh, this person's looking for her. I see. Perhaps some other good citizen can tell me where to find her. Miners Hall, Laborers Hall. That sneak, she'll be here in St. Olms somewhere. Although if the heat's up, she might not be parading around in public. Perhaps someone else has seen her. That's why I was asking you. There's a bunch of people down here. Oh. Listen, chat. This is why we have healing. Yeah, I think she's in the sewers. What do you want with her? Hiding from the census exercise agent, I'll bet. She's a sneak and a thief, but I don't like her one bit. She's probably hiding from the tax man. I've seen her around here. Canal works. Pretty sure she's down here. Like down in the sewers. Yeah, there's a Kaiji. Yeah, the speechcraft doesn't have a ton of depth. So Cassius says to you, speak with Adahiranir, and you have done this thing, you are speaking with her, but Adahiranir will not talk to you about the Nevermind or the Sixth House cult, because why? At this very moment, she's distracted by a nice census and excise agent. You do not know this, they are collectors of taxes and tariffs, and the Emperor has outlawed trade in many things, like Dwemer artifacts and ebony. The census agent will enjoy being a pest about such things for several reasons. A census agent is not my favorite person. If you want to help, you need to make the bad agent go away. Well, I think we can lie to the agent and, like, tell her she left. If I recall correctly. What a disappointment. I thank you for my time. I was just heading back. Yeah, we'll lie to him. I don't want to give up our informant. Definitely. Character's definitely not above lying to get the job done. I think alternatively, you can, like, tell him she's in the underwater works and, like, bring him down here and kill him. Out of sight, out of mind. I'm pretty sure that's how that plays out. You, like, say, yes, I've seen her in the waterworks, follow me, and then you, like, come down here and kill him. D&D stream when? I don't know about that one. That's tough to coordinate. Alright, so she knows about the Sixth House cult. So Addie here knows it's because of smuggling. Some smart smugglers are suddenly too busy for their old clients because they have a new employer, the Sixth House, who pays very well. But what do they smuggle now? Adhere doesn't know because they are very secret. And this is odd because these smugglers are always loud and bragging, but now they hush up like fat-bellied kitties full of sweets. Smuggling is a big business. The Empire says we can't trade skooma, moon sugar, ebony, Dwemer artifacts, exotic Dunbear weapons and armor, and slaves, so smugglers trade these things. Also smuggler Grief, Sheen, Shuma to avoid imperial taxes. Alright, so we gotta find the book at the rare bookseller, right? You're not wrong. The sewer is an excellent place to dump bodies. Fat-bellied kitties, especially for the Kaiji. Like, for the Kaiji to describe someone as such is just, like, perfect on character. So, the rare booksellers is in the foreign quarter. Yeah, Kaijites and Argonians, were some of my favorite characters to play. I played a ton of thieves and assassins. Like, played the Thieves Guild quest and Morang Tong all the way through in this game for sure. which is part of the reason why I wanted to do a spell sword on this playthrough, to do the main storyline and then, like, do some of the guilds I hadn't really done before. There's no high-level bridges to that one, so we gotta drop down. Dark Brotherhood for life. I don't think you can join. I'm pretty sure the Dark Brotherhood's not joinable in this one. At least not by default. You join them in Skyrim, and the Morang Tong are like sworn enemies. The Morang Tong are the Assassin's Guild in Morrowind that you can join. Yeah, yep. You can join Dark Brotherhood and Oblivion too. Okay. Heavy armor thief is great. Always ask first because words are free, but the words of an armed man sound much sweeter. Alright, and the bookstore is over this way. What's the book I'm looking for? Progress of Truth. Nailed it. That's a steep incline, isn't it? Dude, best not trip. I feel like I want to walk through whatever this is out here. I don't recall what this is. I think this little extra city part was added by the Rebirth mod that I added. Some of the cities aren't exactly as I recall because of that mod, which is a fun extra. Or if it was here in stock Morrowind, I don't recall it. Do I have stuff to sell? Yeah, I've got some random armor and stuff I wouldn't mind unloading. There's a merchant out here. Demi's Den. A little shrine. Bernadette's Imports. Trader. Yeah, looks good. Sell some of these random things that have weight on them. I don't really need... Cure Blight. These might be useful. I think I'm going to use these Fortify Magic Potions. The most prominent memory I have for playing Morrowind is leaving the time where you find a dead body on the scroll on the ground, using the scroll and promptly dying. Glass Spear. Eventually, we want to get Glass Weapon. Or Glass Armor. These are Fur Gauntlets. Their armor rating is 6. What's the gaunt rating on my Chitin? It's higher. Do I need 3 swords? I probably don't need 3 swords. Saturday, all variety, did we do magic already? Yeah, I did magic before this. Walker M, we did a magic deck and a rune chair deck. You can always find my schedule up on my site for what I plan to do on which days, and then I'll finalize my schedule for next week after the stream today and tweet it out. Think I've got most of it figured out, but so we're gonna walk back to Balmora. Stupid Eldrazi. They are kind of Eldrazi-esque, aren't they? Sometimes they're hostile, sometimes they're not. The Dren Plantation. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that is. Is that the cube on Arena right now? Is there a cube on Arena? I don't keep up with a lot of their limited stuff, so I don't know. I'm not familiar with what's up there. I've enjoyed doing daily segments. The first couple evenings of doing some nighttime felt okay. Hesitant to say something's better or worse than something else after a short period of time, so we'll see how I feel about doing double segments during the week after a week or two of it. Listen here, Skyrat. Stupid pigeon. My character's not particularly high level, so we don't hit with our sword consistently. I will say that Magic still, it just doesn't feel the same as it used to. And I don't know, that could definitely be a me thing too, but reading feedback from a lot of other people that do a lot of Magic stuff, that seems to be kind of the general consensus in the state of 2020 Magic. So doing variety segments in general has been good. Expanding into Rune Terror has been fun. I've been enjoying random. Magic's changed drastically over the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, that's my feeling on it. Even I think even like what it was 2 years ago, Magic in 2018 is different than what it is now. Oh, you know what I should do? I still have my Mark Recall set in... Oh, you know what? I have an Alsami intervention, right? Yeah, we hit the Balmora Temple. Okay, so Alsami intervention gets you to the nearest temple, and then Mark Recall lets you set a point to recall to. I really should get some kind of mysticism spell so I can level up my mysticism a bit. I mean, I don't even think Magic needs to necessarily be a brewer's paradise so much as just like the top things just need to not be as pushed. Like the power level discrepancy between the things that are top tier and the things that like aren't just like pretty steep. I have your report. I'll make copies of the notes and the progress of truth. Give me time to read and digest this. In the meantime, I'm promoting you to journeyman. You're doing good work. Here's 200 drakes. Go out and treat yourself to a new pair of shoes and do some jobs for guilds or other freelance works to keep your cover story, or get training. Then when you're fit and rested, come back and I'll have new orders for you. Can we buy Cassius a shirt? Listen, chat. If you had abs that looked like this, would you wear a shirt? I don't think so. This man chooses to not wear a shirt, okay? He knows what he's doing. He knows. Told me that Bellin, if I have him. Told me that Ashlanders. Nope, that's not it. We had a quest to get the Founder's Helm, right? And the 8 plates. See if we could do that. Okay, can we bribe him? I'm not taking your money, get lost. All right. So he has a thing that we're supposed to get back that he stole from a tomb. I think if we can get a couple of taunt successes in a row, we might be able to get him. The problem is he's in this room full of people. I think we either have to bribe him or taunt him into attacking us. Yeah, I think I need more speechcraft and personality to come back and work on him without just attacking him outright. Our character is just wearing chitin armor right now. He's pretty normally. His mother was his hamster. His father spelled of elderberries. All right, so we've got recruit or kill in Punaby. Leave Balmora going north towards Fort Moonmouth. Punaby will be on your right, and Stubbleby will be just further up. I think this one's a little bit high level for where we're at right now. Morrowind does not scale things based on your area. It says east, not north. Fair. It's out this way, if I recall. Or maybe it's up over here. Let's see if the Kaiji does anything for us. She said she might when we're higher rank. Let's ask other people. Yeah, I agree, Mookie. It gates certain areas that you can get to early, but in general, I like the world having static power levels. Like, when you're like this super impressive character at like level 20 or like 40 or 50, you should be able to like slay random bandits without issue. Let's do some Fighters Guild stuff. These are good starter quests that can get us some ranked up. Your duties are to your lords and brethren. In all ways, proceed with honor and valor. Keep a keen and watchful mind and never succumb to craven tricks of the weak. You're permitted to use the equipment chest, and it's traitorous to fight or thieve. You bet. These first couple are easy. Simple contract to end infestation of cave rats. Head over to Drayden Thelis' house here in Balmoral along the river. Ask her where the rats are coming from and kill them. Are there opponents like giants in Skyrim? Well, when you're low level, most things are like that in Morrowind. It's hard. It's really hard to random cave dive until you're like into your teens or 20s. There we go. I'm here to do pest control. The rats are a nuisance. I'm worried they'll eat all of my pillows. You like pillows? Anyways, I've got one trapped in my bedroom here, and the other two are in my storage area upstairs. Here's a key for the door. There are at least 3 of these beasts. Alright. Alright, goodbye, rat. This is the My Pillow Factory? Yeah. For leveling up my light armor. I'll take your word the rats are dead. Here's these 100 symptoms. I agreed to pay the guild. God bless. Yes, yeah. So, when this game came out, 1024 by 768 was the highest resolution, or the average resolution that people were using. So the elements on the screen don't scale well to 10024 or 1080, like we have right, like we're playing in. You killed the rats, so you're ready for more orders? A local egg mine is having problem with egg poachers. You're to solve these problems. Egg poachers. It may sound silly, but they want those eggs. Are one of the few things worth exporting from this nasty province. Drum and Barrow are the owners of the Skulk's egg mine. Want to make an example of these thieves. The mine is a short distance southwest of Belmar. I remember this one. I've killed these poachers many times, chat. I think I want to try and find... I should check for spells here. Do you sell me spells yet? Oh. I think I want a soul capture spell. So we can... No, you don't sell spells either. I need to find a soul trap at some point. Goodbye, little bug. All right, to play this for the first time, should I use Rebirth? Yeah, I think it's fine. At the very least, you want the Morrowind code patch to fix bugs that got left in the game by Bethesda. But so far, as someone who's played vanilla a bunch, the Rebirth doesn't seem like it's really changed anything too much. It's just like little supplemental things that it's added, which seem nice. We've seen Seville and Othid or Delavis, but the eggs keep disappearing and they know the places. Easy for them to get in and out and stay out of sight. Used to work here, not good people, could be hiding anywhere in the mine. What's MGSO? I think a lot of these things leave us alone. Morrowind sound and graphics overhaul. Yeah, I have the graphics extender mod. Yeah, there's some that change things quite significantly. There's a ton of add-ons for this application. Used to work here, could be hiding in the mine. I'm pretty sure they're deeper in, if I recall correctly. The Forgers are scouts of the surface, land, and natural underground passages. We don't know anything about that. We're just doing our jobs. Maybe she actually doesn't know. Thought maybe she was hiding information we could persuade it out of her. I'm pretty sure they're up in here. In this next area. Pretty sure they're in here. Hey, Chad, I can't tell. Do you think my item has enough charge in it? What's up, Jacob? You're hungry? You can go upstairs and eat what you want. Oh, mommy hates your noise? Well, just don't be loud while you're eating.
Don't cry, right?
Be quiet, yep. How to eat quiet. I promise you, you can. How you do that? Just don't be loud. Turn your sound down in there a little bit, too. I love you. I'll be up in a little bit, okay? Eat whatever. You can have whatever you want in the pantry, dude. Well... Hey, Dark Rider, thanks for the 17 months. Welcome back. I appreciate the prime. She's stealing the eggs. I had to stop her. Because she was stealing. Stealing's bad.
What are the eggs, Daddy?
These are the eggs. The eggs come in the mine.
Daddy.
Yep. Yeah, I really hope, as far as magic balance goes. Sure, bud.
Quiet, right? Donuts are quiet, right, Daddy?
What's quiet?
Donuts, right?
Donuts are quiet? I don't think we have any donuts in the pantry, dude.
I can't eat something quiet.
Just pick something out of the pantry.
Something eat quiet.
Property crime is punishable by death. In Morrowind, definitely. To be fair, they didn't say the crime was punishable by death, but they attacked me, so it was self-defense. Your show is very loud, I agree. Jacob told me he needs donuts because donuts are the only quiet food he can eat. All the other foods are too loud. That's right? Okay. Maybe we'll put those on the shopping list for next time. Your food's not that loud. There's meat sticks and cheese sticks in the fridge. Those are quiet food. Most foods are quiet, dude. Let's say meat sticks or cheese sticks. They're in the drawer in the fridge. We're good for advancement. We're the apprentice. We're the journeyman. Look at that. Just kill a few things and we get to rank up.
All the time. Me too, okay?
Yeah, we need to come upstairs and help you get something to eat. Okay. Daddy will call it a day. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Christy's still not feeling super well, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day a little bit early. I'll be back tomorrow morning. We're gonna do I'm not 100% sure what we're gonna do yet. I think I might be out of historic decks. And I think if that's the case, we'll probably just do Rune Terror and Variety. I think Portal 2 is at the top of the Variety thing. So I think that's probably what we'll do then. That's something I haven't played through before. It looks sweet. So I'll catch all y'all around later. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Saturday review. Stay safe out there in the world.